All right, we are live, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the one, the only Story Forge podcast, the greatest storytelling podcast, this world, in this universe. Shit, no, scratch that. In all the universes across time, space, whichever existed, Story Forge podcast with two of your best-selling, amazing authors, Dominique Mondesir and
Gabriel Rathweg.
We do the impossible. We tell stories on the fly online. We don't even know today what story we're going to tell, but it's Christmas, so something Christmas themed. But apart from that, how are you, my friend? How are you?
I am doing phenomenal, man. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas, people.
Happy Kwanzaa, happy Festivus for the rest of us, and all that other things that y'all people have out there. But yeah, man, I'm doing great, dude. It's December 23rd. My book drops tomorrow, Warrior Academy Redux. So I'm a little bit
amazing.
Thank you.
Bring that shit up so everyone can see. Bring that shit up so everyone can see.
You know, one day when this podcast kicks off and everybody loves it, because everybody's gonna love it, that hears it, we're gonna have a guy that's like our Jamie or our whoever they may be, our Jamie, the girl, whatever you want to say.
It's weird that Jamie has become like a thing. Like everyone wants a Jamie. That's just in pop culture, just amazing. But yeah, we need our own Jamie or Jamie.
I'm thinking sometime this coming year we'll have a Jamie. Work at me Redux, book 1.
There we go.
Yeah, baby. Let me link it in the chat.
Link that shit in the chat.
Yeah, dude, it's just been a good. It's been a good few days. After this book came out, or I finished and submitted the book. Okay. I took some time off and chilled out and didn't write and just did some me times. You know.
So interesting. Sorry to cut you off. Interesting question. How after you finish a book, how much time do you normally take off?
Well, sir, the funny thing is, I used to take off like a month or 2 or 3 or 4. I'd finish the book and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna chill out for like 4 months, recuperate, enjoy the fruits of my labor. You know, just work on me and chill out." And then that slowly became 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. And now it's like a week or 2 days.
2 days.
I always do something. Okay, I have some like rituals and traditions that I've formulated for myself that like I've come up with over the years. You know, I mean, in another year and a half, it'll be 10 years I've been a writer. You know, 2 years. Oh, wow, Jesus, a year, another year. But I always take at least a weekend off, and my wife and I go celebrate and do like a nice dinner or do something, you know, celebrate the release of the book or, you know, just do some stuff for us. And then I break my office down and reset it and clean it from top to bottom. It's like a visual representation of my mind, like reorganizing and resetting. So like I move all my desks around, I take all my stuff, move it over, clean it off from top to bottom, and then like set it up in a new way. Like I never ever put it back the same. So like,
that is like, so ADHD, but it's so you.
What do you have? So like, why is that ADHD?
Man, it's ADHD. Like it's because you can't. You need something new, a difference, tweaking slightly. That would do my nutting, as we say in the UK.
No, dude, that's not like ADHD. It's like this. Let's say you are creating a new project, right? And you're in the field and you have to go build like a wall on this mountain range.
Okay.
When you walk out there, you won't be like, well, I'm going to build this mountain range wall the same I did as that wall over on the plains.
No.
You got to revision the whole thing. So when I create a new story, I break the world down and then I rebuild it. So it's like a visual representation of me physically doing it. It's just like somebody who writes their affirmations down at night or in the morning and says them, but it's just doing it with your hands. You know, it's just like, oh, this is me doing this and it's starting a new project. So it's like, you know, or it's like, you know, the basketball player or the soccer player, footballer. It's like the footballer who like puts one sock on 4 times before he puts his right sock on. or wears the
Yeah,
same
it makes
dirty
sense.
underwear for a year.
Yeah, makes it. Yeah. I have a
I was about to ask
cigar.
you, what do you do?
I have a cigar. Maybe go for dinner. I didn't used to do anything. I used to be very workmanlike in my uh procedure, in my method. Like one done, move on. One done, move on. One done, move on. But now I have a cigar. I've got a nice cigar box, which let me just bring it into shot. It's heavy as all fuck. So yeah, so a nice
Oh,
cigar
show me one of those
box.
cigars, bro. It's one of those stogies.
There you go.
Ah,
Can you see that? Yeah,
yeah.
filled with
Of course, Dom
filled
puts a
with
big brown long tube in his mouth to celebrate.
filled with
There it is. We
cigars.
back, son. Let's go.
We back. So yeah, so I do that. And that's about it really. Yeah, that is about it.
And when did you start doing that?
Maybe 3 years ago. But I didn't always used to do it religiously. It was just the thing of when I remembered. But now I've done it for the last 2 books, maybe 3 books. Yeah, which is crazy. But the last 2 books I finished, one was in Denver Airport.
That's when you finished it? At the
when I
airport?
finished book. Yeah, that was when I finished book 2 of Junkyard, not Junk, Destroyer of Gods. That was book 2. I finished that in the airport. And then Echoes of a Lone Wolf, I finished that in the hospital. Yeah. I finished books. I very rarely finish books in this office you see behind me. Maybe this book, the last Destroyer of Gods, will be, but I've finished books in cars.
I love
hotels.
like the first stories you told me. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but like when you're like, yeah, I was sitting in my car with no heater, my fingers were freezing, and I was writing in a pad to finish this book, and I was like, bro, go inside the house. Go inside the house, dude.
I never, just because I always, I whenever I get like 5 to 10 minutes, I will write. If I'm waiting for something in a car, for something to happen. So yeah, very rarely do I finish it in one place. Interested to see why I finished this book, but yeah, congrats on getting the book out. The book will be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, Christmas Eve. Which is serendipitous because that's when I did the first time was Christmas Eve. So I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, be amazing,
bro. It's crazy to me. Like, I guess crazy is the wrong word, but I'm very impressed, and I think it's very admirable, and it's one of the reasons I respect you. You finish books and you write in places where most people would just sit and be anxious or worry, or you know what I mean? Like, do it writing in the hospital, or dude, like, you actually do the thing that people say they're going to do. Like, whenever I find time, I write, because people don't know you have a full-time job.
Yeah,
you know, and he's got a white girlfriend, so he's got 2 full-time jobs.
And a gym.
So 3 full-time jobs. Yeah. So wherever you have a minute, you like have to put it in there, and like, bro, this is very admirable, man.
You know, I'm impressed. Who I everyone who's watching, you might not like his writing, or you might not like his stories, but Brandon Sanderson does a university lectures for free online. You might not like him, but he does know what he's talking about regards to craft, and he does university lectures that you can watch for free. And one thing that he said is when he was coming up, and all the authors that he knew who were successful, professional, they always used to write when they had some sort of time. So obviously, when you're coming up, you don't have this. This is not, you're not full time. Like, the amount of authors in the world who are full time is probably 0.1, if that.
Dude, I make this point all the time. We're in the top 15% of authors, top 5 to 10% of authors in the world.
Like that,
like the world.
But now, just even extrapolate that and break that down with authors who just make, like you, just make your living from words. Yeah. That's even fucking lower. Like, they don't have courses or not on the circuit selling non-fiction bullshit. It's just fiction. Like, that is minuscule. And then he was saying, like, the authors who he was saw coming up, they used to write wherever they could. Like, Stephen King wrote in his laundromat. When he had his job, this other woman he knew was a Uber driver, was right in between picking up clients, whatever. And he was like, when you're coming up, you don't have the luxury of being full time, so you got to write wherever you fucking can. And that's just always stuck with me. So that's why I do that. But yeah, I always sometimes forget how, because I mean I'm around authors, so it feels like everyone is writing, but it's a very very small group, almost like comedians. Like how many comedians make money from just telling jokes on stage?
It's a very small group of people.
Very small. Yeah, it's very small.
It's like professional basketball players or professional soccer players or professional public speakers. Like there's just almost any job where you're self-employed is pretty much a small group of people. And now I'm not talking about like, delivery driver or restaurant, which are great. There's lots of great jobs which are self-employed, but I'm just saying like for the creative fields, it's not a lot of people. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to make
sometimes I when I'm smoking a cigar, I'm thinking about the world and having the black man thinking time, as I call it. I think, look at that face. It's for anyone
I was going to say something so racist. Go ahead.
I know you were going to. I saw it in the eyes, and you see, you just. Oh, I saw it in the eyes.
Stop.
I think, but I think about people pay for the stuff that comes out of our brains. Like, it's mind blowing,
bro. People give me thousands of dollars to make shit up for a living. It's the most amazing job in the world.
It's mind blowing. It's like
nothing I give them makes me feel bad. Like I'm not a pundit on the radio or the TV or the news or some grifter selling something. I tell a story, and people judge it, and if they want to pay for it, they give me money. And there's no guilt.
It's a wild, zero guilt. It's a wild thing, man. Like
it's amazing.
It's like you've got to be a risk-taking motherfucker to like think, you know what? The ideas in my head are gonna make me money, and I'm gonna pay and support my family from that. Like,
I don't know. I don't think like that. I think like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. And
no. But I understand. I'm coming from it from the other way where people are like, I understand why people wouldn't want to do it, or there's always an excuse. But I just love that thrill of man. I have a character. I'm writing a scene right now, where a bunch of goblin-esque creatures, their magic power is farting flames out of their ass. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And someone's gonna pay to read that. And I'm giggling and chuckling, and these acrobatic little goblin creatures, I'm just in the process of writing it now, are just shooting flames out of their ass. And just that's just like hot flaming diarrhea.
I wrote this scene from Chef, and it's like I was like, man, I want pasta sauce in ancient Japan for my book.
Okay,
how did I get it? And I wrote this scene where like he had eaten like one of his like space meals, and it had tomato seeds in it, and he had to like got diarrhea somehow from local food and ran out in the field and shat diarrhea out, and then tomato plants grew. And it was such a fun scene to write. And I was like, this is such a funny scene. But that's how I got tomatoes into there. Wow. This is great.
Pardon my ignorance. Isn't what tomatoes native in Japan that time?
Tomatoes didn't. Okay, here's some history that you're not.
I'm just asking.
No, listen. Yeah. Tomatoes didn't come till Italy until the discovery of the Americas.
Oh wow!
Italy didn't have pasta sauce, tomato sauce until the 1600s. Late 1500s, early 1600s. They came from America. Corn, maize, all came from America. There's a lot of stuff
in the world
nowhere else. No.
Wow.
Yeah, not in China, not in East Asia. Yeah, dude. So there's a lot of shit that didn't get populated that we think of as like European or Asian that came after the discovery of the Americas. It's nuts, dude. Yeah. It's crazy. There's a lot of shit. It's the same thing as like, oh, pasta's Italian. No, noodles are Chinese. They came on the Silk Road. So like before Marco Polo went to China.
Yeah, I do need that.
Most people knew that, right? Most people know that. Okay, and then there's a
I
communist
didn't know
theme like
that.
that. Like, go ahead.
I didn't know that. I thought like
Yeah, yeah, bro.
tomatoes were like just
Mm.
tomato. I
No,
did
they
not
came
know
from
it was
America,
the
dude.
Americas.
Like, yes,
Oh
a
wow,
lot of things, and then
that's
like
fucking
there's all these
nuts.
little things about history people don't realize, like that douchebag kid who plays Spider-Man, right? There's this thing on the internet. There's this there's this
What's
meme
your
about that little
like?
gay kid on
What is
Spider-Man,
your
because he was
you,
like on there and he's like, oh, America never made food, right? Hey, Corey, what's
what,
up?
you mean
But he's
Tom Holland? Is it
Yeah,
Tom
that
Holland?
kid, that little
Yeah.
dumb kid. He was like, "Oh, American gave food. French fries are from France, and hamburgers are from Germany." Blah blah. Like a fucking idiot. Yes, the hamburger steak comes from Germany, but it was a ground beef patty with shit on it, right? What's up, agent? And that came from the Mongols. The Mongols brought that to Poland when they came to conquest Europe, and that got transferred into Germany. So, like, people say shit because they're retarded and they think they know what they're talking about. But then Americans invented the hamburger. They took the burger steak, put it on bread, put things on it, and that's where the hamburger comes from. Like pizza. Pizza's not Italian. The bread with shit on it, that comes from northern Italy, in between Germany, that area.
Oh wow.
Yes, dude. So like, even the Europeans who are like, oh, we know all this shit. Y'all don't know shit about fuck.
So where did no, that's actually not because I'm gonna ask because I know you know food, so I'm gonna ask those questions. But this is not a food podcast, but I do love food. So I
Dude,
didn't
I
know
love
pizza
food.
that come from
Love it. Let's go.
didn't know pizza that come from Italy. That's
Dude,
that's
there's a
mind
lot of
blowing
things
as well.
that are we consider like from places they're not from places. Like American barbecue from Texas comes from the Germans. Like Germans
Okay.
brought that. Like there's a lot of things that come and they come from other places. Like, but it's so cool. The history of food is cool. The history of food is like the history of the conquest of the world, back and forth and stuff. Like it's crazy. It's so crazy.
Wow. I did not know.
That whole
Yeah.
rant though was to clip this so I can be like, "Fuck you, Tom Holland."
Tom, you seem like a cool dude. I will say, no, you seem like a cool dude. I do enjoy your Spider-Man. One thing I will say, when you were dancing with those fishnet stockings and tights, that was a bit too far for me. But everyone, each their own. Do you, my brother? I was going to say something else. Do you? I don't know if you want to call the brother a sister or they, them, him, her, she's. Do you? I hope you're all good. Actually, what is your favorite Spider-Man?
Dude,
what is? I know
Tobey
you're gonna say. I know you want to say Tobey,
but only because the first one, first Spider-Man, because it was so cool. Like Tobey Maguire and like the one where he does like the weird dance thing with Venom. I was like,
yeah, that's number 3. Yeah. You know who I liked? Andrew. Andrew for me played a good Spider-Man.
I was about to say he's a close second. I like him. He's pretty good.
I did like Andrew.
Yeah.
I did like Andrew. Go on. What are you going to say if I cut you off about Spider-Man?
No. I mean, I think the kid's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. I think he's cool. He's a good actor. I just think, like I'm of this age, because I'm a little bit older than you, where anybody who's a celebrity is automatically a dumb retard. So, like, if you're famous for being an actor or something, a singer, you're not a smart person. Now, granted, there are some who are really, really smart, but the majority aren't smart.
Listen, Hollywood actors, I love you all. I hope my books get turned into films.
I hope my books are made with AI characters.
No, Gabe, fix your hot garbage.
Yes.
I don't.
Except for like
Guy Ritchie shout me out. I want you to direct one of my films.
He's a director. It's a different thing.
Guy Ritchie's actually a solid dude.
He's a brilliant dude. He's a brilliant dude. Brilliant.
Guy Ritchie and Tom, the guy who plays Venom.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I met him. I was doing a jiu-jitsu competition, and he was also doing a jiu-jitsu competition. And it was cool because in jiu-jitsu, because it's this niche sport anyway. No one was bugging him because obviously he was preparing for his match. It was a cool guy, just on the mats with us, no bodyguard, rolling around, warming up.
Did you whoop his ass?
It was. Pardon?
Did you whoop his ass?
No, it wasn't. No, he was a blue belt, so I was like a few belts above him. But it was the reason I liked it is because he is who he is. This was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And as soon as he got on, like, boom, everyone with their phones out, and man stepped it up. He didn't crumble. He won. He put it on. So yeah, I have a lot of respect. And Guy Ritchie is a 3rd degree black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I think judo as well. He's solid. And I know people who've trained with him, and he's a good guy. But yeah, what was I gonna say about that? No, I will like Guy Ritchie. I want him to direct one of my films. Snatch and Lock, Stock, one of my favorite films of all time.
Great movies. We had him on. We got Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels on VHS as a demo copy from E3 Games back in like 1999, 2000.
Oh shit!
Whatever came out, 2000, whatever it was, 2000, 2001, I think, or whatever it came out. And we watched it, and it had a in the background an opaque, not for resale. So the whole movie you're watching not in the background. I saw a few movies like that because I worked at a video game store, GameStop, back in the late 90s, early 2000s for a little bit.
Like, shout out to videos game. Video game store that shut down. Shit, the video where you got videos from.
Blockbuster.
Yes, shout out to Blockbuster.
Oh.
So
I used to work at Blockbuster too.
Blockbuster, they always had the most unique dudes in there that were just like could not work anywhere else.
This guy.
I just loved like or either always high or just down to recommend movies for you. Like, nah, this is shit. Like, yeah, those guys. I don't know what they're doing now, where they're working. But those guys were amazing.
Well, I'm a famous writer. My buddy is a nurse, runs a nurse like office over in Orlando.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, he started off in a video store, not Blockbuster, but like he worked at like pre-Blockbuster.
I can imagine.
Dude, it was a great job, man. You just got to sit there, talk about movies with people.
Yeah, I would have worked there too.
The shitty part is it sounds great the whole time, but like it's a long shift. And you can't watch whatever you want. You got to talk to a bunch of people. Like, I'd be sitting there with the close at midnight. I'd like lay down on the counter and take a nap from like 11 to midnight or some shit. I got fired eventually, you know. But
I can imagine. All right.
Yeah, man.
What story do you want to do today?
How about Whoa, how about we choose a story based on your suggestions, sir? Because usually I'm throwing them out there. And it's
let's do John Wick Santa Claus remix.
Okay.
So instead of like Santa Claus has a wish list, but it's a kill list, and he is Santa Claus, but it's an alternative reality where Santa Claus delivers the presents.
Oh shit! Okay, I got this. I think I know.
You got this? All right,
I feel what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready? I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit.
Yeah. And for anyone watching, there is a movie like this. It's not called Bad Santa. It's called something else where Santa Claus kills a bunch of people.
It's called Santa Claus.
Is it? It's with the guy from Stranger Things, the police officer from Stranger Things, whatever his name is.
Is it this one? Or
God, I can't see. You're in the way. We're in the way. I can't see.
This is a different one. This is like a.
No, not that one. No.
Oh, okay.
Types Stranger Things. Yes, that's the one.
Holiday Fear.
Is it Holiday Fear? No, short. Hold on.
Here, I'll do Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things.
Santa Claus. Violent. Okay. Yeah. Violent.
That's the one.
Violent Night.
Violent Night. Yeah. It was not too bad. But yeah.
I think I think I've seen something about this. He kills a bunch of people as Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. Because he is Santa Claus.
Okay, I could do this. We could do this.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
All right, you ready?
Santa Claus mixed with John Wick. Great, go on. Oh, you, my brother.
Okay. I'm starting. All right. Here we go.
I can start. Cue up the music. Can I hear that? All right, let's go.
Welcome to episode 31 of the Storyforge podcast. Merry Christmas, you filthy fucking animals. With your hosts, Dominique Mondesir and Gabriel Rathweg. Today's story, tale of merriment and excitement and holiday cheer is gonna be
a... It's going to be a bloodbath. So let's start off. The grey, desolate skies and the empty, hollow tree branches reminded me of a happier time. A happier time of milk and cookies, of gleeful cheer and Christmas joy. But tonight, the next 24 hours, there would be no joy. Santa Claus red hat firmly on my head. I took out my scroll and looked at the list of naughty names on the parchment paper. 12 names, 24 hours. Each one had to be killed, had to be disciplined for their naughty behavior. Stomach rumbling, gut overhanging over my black belt. I looked at the first name on the list, a Peter Jones. A Peter Jones who was in for human trafficking, sex violations, gambling, and a whole host of other racketeering crimes that no matter what the police did, they couldn't put him away. They couldn't put him away because he had half of the police role on his payroll and the other half of the criminal justice system in fear and terror. He had killed 2 supreme judges. He had butchered another one's family while they watched tied up. And the last one was left with nothing but their fingernails at the crime scene. Checking my big red bag for my tools. Gun, check. Silencer, check. Hatchet, check. Knuckle duster, check. Shotgun, check. Shovel, check. Alcohol, check. Sweets, double check. Pulling my hat down as the storm came in and the first flurries of snow descended on my shoulders, I bent down, tightened up the laces on my black boots, and headed north towards the club, the Pussycat's Delight, where I would find Peter Jones, my first target for the night.
I sat atop the water tower with a clear line of sight of the entire little shitty town where my target was currently working. I love Christmas. It was the best time of the year. Not only were all the people I met in great moods, they paid me a whole fuck ton of money to kill people, which was my favorite pastime. And the fact that I got to do it at the supposedly happiest time of the year was just icing on the cake. I checked my scope again for the 4th time as a light dusting of snow had started to fall. Again, I was sighted incorrectly. The Pussycat?
Yep.
The Pussycat Lounge aka Drug Den Strip Club, run by Peter the Long
Jones.
Dong Schlong Jones, poured out his 25 cousins as male strippers for a global sex trafficking company that provides men of the ages 18 and under to very, very powerful people. And it was this small, shitty town in bumfuck nowhere, Montana, which just happened to be where 75% of the world's population of billionaires own property. Not gonna name names. That I was waiting to make a cool 50 million big ones. Just thinking of all that money made my dick go hard. There are a few things in this world that turn me on anymore. When you live a life as fast and loose and dangerous as me, Santa Claus, killing people is one of the few that still turns me on. It has to, because there was an incident a few decades back off the coast of Taiwan where I was killing some Greenpeace protesters for a local Chinese businessman who was poisoning the waters off the coast to reclaim the land from the poor fisher folk. That even made me feel better. I loved it when I could kill somebody doing a good deed. But unfortunately, on that mission, one of those dumb fuck fishermen smacked me in the side of the head with an oar. And every once in a while, my accent tongue like this. So I went from the Kuma, the killer, to Santa Claus. Because, just like Tourette's, I can't control the things I say. But then, I shook my head and refocused on my mission. My target had just appeared in my sights. Walking down the street, all in black, with big black boots, black coat, black hat, heading towards the Pussycat Club.
Peter Jones, Peter Don Juan Big Dick Swinging Jones himself, walked towards the Pussycat Club. Ironically, the Pussycat Club, although named the Pussycat Club, was a male strip club for the people who would make the Epstein list look tame. They like their men hunky, they like their men hung, and they like their men baby oiled up. Through walking with his confident stride, other men in leather jackets, shirtless, and chaps came out of black cars along the street. In sync, they walked behind him, leather flapping in the air. I could smell the baby oil from hair. Peter Jones swarrain, left to right, left to right, left to right. Putting my eye to my gun scope, I target him, waited and waited, breathing in. Every footstep he took closer to the club was a shot lost, an opportunity gone in the wind. Breathing in slowly, I waited until the last second and pulled the trigger. The recoil against my shoulder felt smooth, but I watched in terror as Peter slipped on baby oil on the ground and collapsed back. My bullet completely missing him and instead embedding itself into one of his cousins who stood to his right. Chaos and pandemonium erupted on the streets as people screamed and shouted and pointed left, right. Eyes locked on him. I tried to see him, but there were too many bodies in the way. Fuck it. Clicking to auto, I laid down fire trying to get to him, but as one body after the next took the bullets meant for him, I saw the scumbag crawling on his hands and knees towards the nearest vehicle. A black Lexus SUV, windows tinted black, skidded off, and I knew I had to follow. Fuck! You want to get away? I thought as I swung the sniper rifle over my shoulder and propelled down on the rope that I had on the side of the building. Gunfire shot out as my escape had been seen by his entourage. Shooting back, I took out as many men as I could as I landed on my feet and ran to my Yamaha motorcycle, jumping on, starting up the Black Beast. I roared and did a wheelie as I took off after the menace, swerving in and out of swerving in and out of traffic. I had Peter Jones behind me and his entourage. Sorry, Peter Jones in front of me on his entourage behind me. Gunshots started to fire as the Montana traffic slowly parted as they sensed something wasn't right. A car behind me came up and a goatee-wearing bull fuck pointed a shotgun in my way. Squeezing the brakes, my back tire went up in the air as I shot backwards and he blasted the car that was next to me. It jackknifed and flipped into the air, causing pandemonium as glass and fire erupted.
I swerved in and out around the wreckage of the wrecked cars, barely dodging two vehicles that crashed right in front of me, gunning the gas on my Yamaha motorcycle. I sped off past the crash scene, chasing after the town car? Lexus?
SUV. Lexus SUV.
Which had gotten further away. It was dark out, cold, and snowing. The city lights disappeared behind me in seconds. I gunned the motorcycle as fast as I could go. The icy streets below me causing my bike to wobble every other second. But still, I kept the accelerator to the max. 75, 85, 95, 100 miles an hour. I sped through the icy, treacherous road. The Lexus SUV coming closer and closer by the second. 10 seconds, 1,000 yards. 5 seconds, 500 yards. 2 seconds, 100 yards away. I gunned the accelerator one last time, shot up to 120 miles an hour, closed the last 100 yards, and the back trunk of the Lexus popped open, and a hail of gunfire exploded into the night. Bullets ripping into the ground below me and pinging into my motorcycle. The rapid hail of bullets ripped into the front tire of my bike, causing it to seize. My front tire locked, The bike flipped up into the air, shooting me forward.
And I got out two of my pistols as I shot forward towards the open back. Bang, 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 bang. The first two shots missed, the others didn't, as they both hit my assailants between the eyes as I tumbled in a row and came into the back seats. John Big Swinging Johnson, Peter Jones, Big Swinging Johnson.
Peter Schlong Dong Jones.
Sean Dong Jones stared at me in panic. He tried to fire, but I grabbed his gun and punched him in the mouth as we tussled back and forth. The driver swerved in and out of traffic, trying his best to dissuade us, to help. I elbowed the driver in the jaw, settling him down as me and Peter shuffled back and forth. Looking for any advantage I could get, I saw his tie, silk black. No, shit, he wasn't wearing a tie, was he?
Somehow, Peter, shirtless and wearing only a pair of leather pants, had gotten the tie wrapped around his neck. I yanked hard on the silk accessory, causing the sex trafficking bastard to gag.
As I was choking him, I saw that this dirty fucker was getting erect.
Below me, as Peter tussled, Peter Long Dong Schlong. Holy shit, I screamed, and he began to chuckle maniacally. They don't call me Long Dong Schlong for nothing. And before, he was wrestling to get away. Now, he grabbed me and pulled me close, putting me into all these gay-ass Brazilian jiu-jitsu moves.
It's Diddy time!
Hands twirled and spun me as the car skidded left and right and tried to stop on the ice. Peter Long Dong Schlong flipped and spun my body. I didn't know you were a BJJ master. Of course I am. I am a master of any sport where you put your fingers into another man's asshole. Again.
Here's a tip for you, young man, said Peter. If you don't want gay shit happening to you, you must do gay shit. Oh, as Peter wrestled back and forth, I saw that the longer this went on, the more aroused and erect and determined he was. Now I wasn't fighting for my life. I was fighting for my butt cheeks.
The car swerved, tipped on its side, and began to skid down the icy road. Peter's hands, which were just centimeters from my bunghole, were shifted as my body weight was thrown in and we were both crashed into the side of the car. My pistol, my Colt 1911 Ronin, tumbled just inches away. I reached out, grabbed it, pointed the barrel up to Peter's temple, which was just behind my own. His lips, inches from my ear and breathing heavily, as his body was pressed hard to mine and his hands and arms held me in an unbreakable bear hug. I looked back at him, barely able to move my neck. My pistol pointed at his head and said, "Only gay people do gay shit." Bang, 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 bang!
The Peter's driver screamed in terror as he fled the scene, leaving me and Peter's corpse behind. Looking down at the once sex trafficker.
After we tumbled outside of the car.
Oh yeah, looking down at the sex trafficker, male escort, Diddy partier. I took a picture and sent it to my contact, who gave me a thumbs up and sent the 50 million towards into my bank account.
As I sent the message, I said the words I said after every kill. Merry Christmas. Presents are delivered.
Oh God. As seeing the 50 mil in my bank account, I smiled. There were 10 or 12 more to go. I forgot the number I said. Let's just say 10.
11.
There were 11.
12
All right.
days of Christmas.
There's what?
The 12 days of Christmas.
Oh, perfect, yeah. So
to me, 12 months a reverend Q. Go ahead.
One down, 11 to go. I ticked off Peter Jones off. I looked for my next target. Smiling, I saw he was in the same area. Shit. 2 birds with 1 stone.
I pulled out my cell phone and typed in the address for Jeffrey Epstein and turned looking around, getting my bearings, and began walking. My coat was ripped. My pants were ripped. It was negative 10 degrees out and snowing, dark as night could get without a star in the sky. But I couldn't be happier, because now I got to kill more people. For the next hour, I walked through the dark of night until finally some lights appeared in the distance. A vehicle was approaching. I stepped to the side of the road, waving my hands. The lights didn't slow down as they closed in. Motherfucker! So, I pulled my pistol from my waistband and fired shots through the front window. The car sped up and then slowly began to slow down and coast off and fall to the side of the road. I hurried over, and when I arrived at the vehicle, opened the door to the old pickup truck. The 75-year-old woman sitting in the front cab with her Christmas best on and her little chihuahua barking loudly in the passenger seat, sitting on what looked like a stack of gifts for wherever the lady was heading. I grunted, fired a couple shots at the chihuahua, and it stopped yapping. Pulled the lady out of the truck, hopped in, shut the door,
Oh no.
put it in reverse, and sped off into town. I had some people to kill. Oh,
I just want to say that this character was meant to be like a good John Wick. It's a serial killer. But all right, we're gonna go there.
Hey man, I don't write this kind of stuff in my books.
Don't why speeding in the grandmother's Chevy. I looked at the pictures of the grandchildren on her dashboard and threw them out the window, as well as the presents that she was delivering for the orphanage. They too out the window as we sped down, and I put in the coordinates in the navigation system for, what was it, Epstein?
Yeah.
For good old Epstein. He was, I saw, donating his time in the local mall as a Santa Claus, having children sit on his lap. No doubt was his favorite pastime for Christmas. Pulling up into the mega mall, I saw lights and happy faces that turned my stomach. Didn't they know Christmas was just a commercialized invention by Coca-Cola? Closing the door, I made my way into the mall until I saw Epstein himself. Smile on the face, young girl on his lap. He was having her whisper into his ear what she wanted for Christmas as the rosy red cheeks of the fucker was highlighted in merriment and delight. I saw an elevator and went up to the next floor so I can get a better, so I could take a better shot at my target.
Ding! The elevator doors opened, and I took a deep breath inside. Really, guys? Are we going to do this here? In front of me, outside the elevator doors, dozens of suited men in earpieces stood with pistols drawn and pointed. You know, I am Santa Claus. If you all want to do this, we can boom, 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 without waiting for another word. The men outside the elevator started firing their weapons without giving me a chance to do anything, I guess. But luckily for me, I'd anticipated this and dropped to the ground, covering my head. Bullets slammed into my back and side. Thankfully, my bulletproof suit kept the bullets from penetrating, but each successive round felt like somebody slamming my body with a ball-peen hammer. A few seconds later, thankfully, the doors closed and the bullets stopped. I stood up, taking stock of the situation, breathing heavily. I'd been hit twice, right in the places where my suit had gotten ripped from the car. One, not a problem. Flesh wound through my calf. The other, though, I could feel it deep up in my ass.
Fuck you now.
The bullet had penetrated the outside of my left glute and got lodged somewhere in between the taint and inner thigh meat. I could feel the blood coursing down my leg. I'd have to take care of this soon or I'd bleed out. Thankfully, I was prepared for just situation. And, having saved Peter Long Dong Schlong's tie, went down and made a makeshift tourniquet, wrapping it around my bleeding thigh gap. By this time, the elevator doors had opened again, but I was no longer on the fourth floor? First floor? Wherever I was. The ricocheting bullets had, thankfully, hit the basement floor button for me, and no one was in there. I struggled out of the elevator, into the darkness, dark lighting, dark recessed, flashing lighting, something out of a horror movie, and decided to...
And decided to take cover. The basement I'd made my way into was filled with the stock from the mall that couldn't be either sold, had to be returned, was faulty, or was just waiting to be put back on the shelves. Hiding behind the first cardboard box I could find, I heard footsteps approaching to the darkness.
And then I realized, fuck, cardboard box, this isn't going to stop a bullet. And then I jumped and rolled across the way, grunting and holding in my breath, and got behind a metal box that looked like some old washing machine, hopefully providing me better cover.
The blood loss was making me delirious. As I hunkered down, there was one flickering light in the corner, in the far corner of a basement that was a good 400 to 500 feet in length and width. Where is he? Said a guard who sounded like he smoked 50 a day. I don't know, said another one, high pitched. Well, if we don't find the fucker, then we'll be on Epstein's list. And no one wants that. I know. Do you know some of the royal family are also on there?
Shh, we don't talk about that here, son. Shh. Boys. Hey, I hear something.
As they made their way towards me, I knew I had to do something. They had the numbers and they had the firepower, but I had the element of surprise. Seeing a Barbie doll next to me, I pulled the string behind her back and threw it one way as I fired a bullet at the one Maraining. I can't say Maraining. Maraining. Remaining. Fucking hell. Remaining light.
Oh.
I know. Bullet shattering the light bulb. Crescendo of bullets impacted where I had been momentarily before the door uttered its Christmas cheer. It's Barbie time, bitches. What the fuck was that? More bullets descended the Barbie's way, turning into plastic kindling as I creeped up behind the first broad-shouldered guard I could see, black with a shaved head. I looked around for anything that could be used as a weapon, and I saw the elf. Do you have elf? The pause. Do you have a Christmas? Yes, there you go. Yeah. I saw the elf on the shelf. This one though was long and elasticated. Grabbing it, I creeped round and threw it round the black guard's neck, strangling him from behind. He tried to make a noise and his claws dug into my flesh as I kicked his legs out and took him down to the ground. It wasn't long before I had choked the life out of him and left his corpse on the floor. Moving on, I moved to the next guard. Looking around, I looked and I saw the only toy I could. A long rubber dildo, 6-inch. Picking it up, I waited until he walked past me and smacked him across the head, directly into the side of the head, knocking him cold out. I couldn't catch him in time though, as his body collapsed, knocking over the boxes. Ducking down, I moved away from the source as their boss said, "Shut up, John, Peter, Paul, where are you guys?" Grabbing what looked to be a Chucky doll, I poked it as it let out a eerie sound and said, "Hey, time for Christmas." What the fuck?
Gunfire erupted in the darkness. Flashing light made it seem like a horror hellscape. Darkness, light, darkness, light. The echoing of the bullets and the sound of machine gun fire created chaos. And I used it to my advantage. Rolling and tumbling across the ground, I made my way throughout the dark room, using the flashes of light to get my bearings. Grabbing the giant dildo in one hand and
Elf on the shelf.
Elf on the shelf in the other, I made it to guard after guard, stabbing them in the anus with the dildo while choking them in the mouth with the shelf and bringing them to the ground. The combination of surprise attack causing them to exhale all the air, and then the elf in the shelf causing them to be unable to breathe in, caused an innate weakness in a man's body that, as a professional assassin, let me manhandle them quite easily. One by one, I killed and stalked the guards. The flashing, blasting of the guns getting less and less, until there was only one man left. The leader of the group. And by then, I was out of Elf on the Shelf. I was out of dildos. All I had was my hands. But that was okay. Because I'd snuck around the boss of the group, and I could hear his panic in his breathing. I could see him, barely in the dark room, looking around in fear. And I smiled widely. These were the times I loved. I practically fed on the panic of my prey. I stalked closer and closer, coming up behind him, inch by inch, until I was right behind the leader of the guards. And, with one final movement, grabbed him by the head with both hands, and twisted hard, snapping his neck, dropping him to the ground. Then, turned, left the basement. I had work to do. Pretty anticlimactic, huh? It's kind of anticlimactic. As I exited the basement into the mall proper, bright lights caused me to close my eyes and shade my eyes. I was back inside the first floor. There was Santa Claus, Epstein, sitting there with a little girl on his lap. And who was around him? Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Prince Henry, Michael Jackson, all those other motherfuckers on that list, standing there with their kids and their daughters in the line, waiting to put them on Epstein's lap.
Okay. We will continue and finish that story.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe we'll see. I want to do. Maybe our next thing should be like, if we can get a proper story, like we did with like the man, like something we can do for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
You want to do like a legit story? Well, yeah, it's after Christmas, so.
Yeah, like a legit story after Christmas, like a legit something we can
like
world build, take our time.
The whatchamacallit, like Chatham Arms and stuff.
Yeah, something we can world build, take our time, and yeah, that was rough for me. I couldn't find. that was a tough story. I was like, oh, well, that was a tough story.
I find that everybody, thank you so much for listening. That was the end of the story. Now we're just jib-jabbing. But I find that when we get ourselves parameters, it's harder. Like, you're like, let's do John Wick Christmas story. I'm like, okay, well, let's stay in John Wick Christmas. But it's also hard when you do it in like a world when you have parameters, like when we do it in our worlds that we already have, you know? Because you have to think about all that stuff instead of just creating on the fly. It makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah. So I want to. Next. If anyone is listening, write down what type of story you'd like us to do next. Give us some ideas. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, let's do that next time when we start. We'll just say, hey, put a topic in the chat, or we'll be like, let's pick a theme or something like let's say like Acapulco or. Hot dogs, or I don't know. Like we have to have more than that, I guess. Like we have to have like
just give us a couple of words, a couple of
romance, harem.
Yeah, like crazy Superman, or something we can riff off. Be really thankful for. I
thought that was fun, man. That was fun. It was hard, but it was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't as smooth and as the other ones, but I want to do it.
It was just fun. We were talking shit. It was good. That was good. Man. Don't talk shit. That was great. That was phenomenal. You were fan-fucking-tastic, bro.
But apart from that, thank you for watching. When we're gonna do a next one? Shit, it's Christmas soon.
I guess next Tuesday. Maybe this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah,
Let's see how the
yeah,
next
if
few
not,
days go.
no, this weekend maybe not because my mom's birthday, but yeah, we can do next week or this
Well, like
weekend. I'll let you
Christmas
know. I'll
is
let you know.
in, Wednesday, Thursday, then the weekend, then it's New Year's.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
let's just
Sounds
shove one in
fine.
somewhere, buddy.
Yeah, we will do. We will do. Sounds fine. And you've got to get that second fucking book started.
Dude, I gotta start that too. Yeah. What you got, bro? Talk to people. What do you want to tell them?
I have. What have I got? I have. If you're a French speaker, I have my first two books of Echoes, not Echoes. Junkyard Dogs is out for anyone who speaks the French. Yeah, get it. I am slowly releasing all my books into a bunch of different languages. But yeah, if you are French, my book, Junkyard Dogs, is out at the present. Yeah, collect that as always. Destroyer of Gods is out. Reviews are good. Sales are slow, but reviews are good. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, buy any of my shit. Oh, and if you are a reader of Royal Road, follow me on there. I'm putting out loads of chapters and loads of books on the Royal Roads. The Royal Roads, if you can, please, ladies and gentlemen. And like and subscribe as always. What you got?
What do I got? Check me out on all the social things that we got listed here. Follow me on X if you want to hear me say gay and retarded all the time. Warrior Academy Redux is out tomorrow. Please buy it. From Chef Book 6, from Chef Craft Conqueror is out, still killing it. Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, from Chef is fucking killing it, my friend. It really is killing it.
Yeah, dude. I wanted to show you something.
Go on, show me something.
Not this, but
Chef from Chef.
What are we sitting at? 26. So actually, book 1 might be ahead of book. Yeah, book 1's ahead of book 6 right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But that isn't. Here it is. We're at 55 with book 6, but we're at 344 ratings, 4.5. Yeah. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to show you. Bang!
Bang! Well done.
5K.
Well done.
Now the next goal is 10K. But yeah, 5,000 followers on Amazon. That's 5,000 mailing lists, man.
Yeah, I need to offer Central, see how many fucking.
Yeah, that's so. The goal now is 10K.
10K.
So, yep, 10K. Double that, and yeah, taking another year or two, probably, or less, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. That happened this morning. I was like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's it from us. Right. Anything else?
Everybody have Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week. Maybe we'll get a potted, maybe we won't. Who knows? I'll be streaming in a couple days. We'll see. Do some writing on this next book, Warrior Academy Book 2. So I'll be on, And yeah, I hope everybody has a great Christmas and stuff. You?
Yep. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Enjoy. Enjoy. I know Christmas can be stressful for some people. But yeah, enjoy. Read some books. Read our books. Hey.
Mostly just take care of yourselves. Take some time off. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm going to take care of yourselves. All right. Merry Christmas.
Take care of yourselves by reading our books. There you go.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Adios.
Merry Christmas.